what's up? It's Chet Buchanan from 98.5 KLUC in Las Vegas. You're listening to the Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Tell all your friends so these guys can get paid.
All right, so what's going on in the news?
Well, this is from Florida.
A mom threatened to do what? And, of course, it's in Florida, so you have to question the mom's character already.
Yep. Mom threatened to blow up school in Marion County, I guess.
Marion County sounds like a scary place, Super Rich. Like, I don't think I would want to be from Marion County. You just sound like you're crazy.
No. A 30-year-old mother was arrested on suspicion of threatening to blow up the school while on speaker after officials in Marion County told her that her son needed help. Mm-hmm. Christina Cochran of Bellevue, Florida, was arrested Wednesday on charges of threatening to throw, project, place, or discharge any destructive device. No, go on. According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, Bellevue Middle School leaders called Cochran to talk about her child, and a Marion County Sheriff's Office school resource officer could hear the phone call.
Like, what has to go through your mind when you're just going to do this? Like, is this just because Florida's crazy and the sun's out? Like, as Freeman would say, there's a lot of serotonin in Florida with the sunrise. Is that what it is? It's like, it just sounds like you're crazy when you're in Florida. This would never happen in Illinois. This would never happen in Mount Prospect. This would never happen in North Carolina. Like, there's just something going on in Florida. Like, what is it?
I don't know.
Like, do you have any idea? Like, could you imagine if your mom did this?
It's too hot.
Could you imagine if your mom did this? Or, like, our mom or my mom?
I could never imagine it.
Like, it's insanity.
Yeah. When school officials told Cochran her child needed help because he had made threats, she started cursing and made a threat to blow up the school, deputies said. Law enforcement officers went to Cochran's home, and she admitted to making the statement. Cochran was arrested and taken to the Marion County Jail. Cochran said she never meant any harm. I have no reason to blow up the school, she said. Cochran says she was upset. And here's a quote. Yes, I admit I cussed him out because I've had enough, and I turned around to him and I said, I've had enough. I've gotten to the point I'm going to blow up on the school, she said. However, according to the arrest report, school administrators heard, I will come there and blow this blank school up.
Can you imagine how frightening it must be being a teacher? Because, like, or just any type of, like, public service, like working in, like, retail or working as a police officer, especially when you pull someone over or just anywhere, like anywhere in general. You don't know if someone's crazy. Like that dude that called at 3 and requested us to play Real Slim Shady. He could have been crazy. You could be crazy. Like, just imagine being a teacher and you have to deal with the parents that are crazy that want to blow up the school. Those parent-teacher conferences, you're meeting them for the first time, and let's say it's Timmy Timerson, and Timmy Timerson has a lot of problems. And when you're going into the parent-teacher meeting, you're like, oh boy, let's see where this kid gets his personality from. Like, when you have the pretty cheerleader, you know it's going to be a lawyer and a hot mom. But when you have that crazy kid, imagine how weird it is when you have to go into that meeting with them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, people are crazy. Like, you want to blow up a school? What the hell is wrong with you? Think about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That would definitely be an awkward situation.
Like, imagine if your mom wanted to blow up a school. Now, your mom's a teacher, so that wouldn't happen, but just, like, the audacity.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
To blow up a school. Like, you're not going to get in trouble.
Let's blow up the school.
I wouldn't mind if they blow up our school.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. A lot of deserving people would be gone. After about an hour...
Well, wait, go back. I'm not saying I want anyone to die. I just want the awful equipment to explode.
I'm totally kidding.
I would hope everyone's in the parking lot safe and the place would just blow up.
About an hour later, a sheriff's deputy was knocking on Cochran's front door. She was arrested for threatening to bomb or discharge a destructive device. Cochran says she's frustrated with school administrators. Her son has a learning disability, and she's been trying to get him special help, but feels he's being brushed aside.
So if your son has autism or Asperger's, ADHD, whatever the hell it is, you're the parent, Ryan. You're the person who's supposed to be the role model. You're the person who's supposed to guide him through life, give him confidence, make sure none of the haters, none of the bullies make fun of him.
Yep.
You're the parent that's supposed to guide him through life, teach him morals. So if a kid has a hard time learning and has a learning disability, nothing says great parenting like wanting to blow up a school. Nothing teaches principles about life like saying, I'm going to blow up your school. Am I right?
I think you're spot on there. Nobody wants that.
Like, can you imagine every school had a few kids that had autism. And you want to teach them to get ready for the real world. Nothing says, here's how you get it done in life. Like, hey, let's blow up the supermarket. Or let's blow up the library. Like, what type of a parent is she? Let me see the mugshot real quick.
Oh, she looks kind of scary.
She looks like she's had a lot of coke to the face and other things to the face, too.
She kind of looks like a rat. Or like a mouse of some sort.
She looks like the girl you would find outside of a bar, like in the dumpster at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, where's Mom? I'm drunk.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's my son? I haven't seen him since when I left him at the mall.
Yeah. So, yeah, her son has a learning disability, and she feels that he's being brushed aside and not getting help and all that.
So blowing up the school teaches him life lessons.
And then she says, I wouldn't threaten the school, and if I did, I would expect to go to jail. Well, that's not good. Why would you say that when they have, you recorded saying that you would blow up the school?
Obviously, she's not all there, because anybody who lives in Florida isn't all there, and anybody who would want to blow up a school has some issues. Call the show. Maybe you are a teacher out there. Maybe you're anybody that works in a public service place, works in retail, and you have a tale of when you dealt with a crazy person and you were backcraft scared. 847-866-WNUR. It is 847-866-9687 if you want to call us in real time and get on the radio. Or, Ryan, they're a bit shy. They don't want to get on the air, but they want to express their opinion.
Yep.
And they want us to read a tweet live on the air as long as it's appropriate. What's your Twitter handle so they can comment on that crazy mom from Florida?
Tweet at me at Ryan Stuprich, STUPRICH.
And I'm at Hoppe Radio 893. What else is coming up on Super Rich News?
Well, this is from Las Vegas. A Foothill High School substitute teacher rants at the students.
Oh, my God. I'm the guy who rants on the air. I sometimes rant at school when I get mad. Can you imagine me being a teacher, having to deal with all the egos, all the personalities that come with kids? Could you imagine me being a teacher and trying to keep the class in order?
No.
I could see you doing it better than me, because everyone would respect you because you're nice. With me, they'd be like, God, that kid's annoying to look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd be like, God, get out of the way.
I'm trying to leave class early. A minute in, they want to leave.
Yeah.
Like, they can't deal with all 50 minutes of me. Like, they would all ditch 5 minutes in because they couldn't take me.
Right.
I would be the worst teacher ever, Super Rich.
I think you would be.
Yeah.
This is from Henderson, Nevada, which is a suburb of Vegas, I believe. A substitute teacher at a Henderson high school was caught on camera screaming unusual comments at a crowd of students.
You're a whore. Where's
You're
your
a
pencil?
whore. You're a bitch. You're a slut. You suck. You suck. You're ugly. Goodbye.
You're a goth. You're a loser. You're a dweeb. Just imagine the shock jock teacher ranting and how uncomfortable you are because you attend the school. You're used to all the teachers either being really mean or really nice. And then you have this one teacher who's just a loudmouth sub who just starts ranting.
Yeah.
I don't like your shirt. It's ugly. Take a shower. You're never going to get a prom date. Shut up. Just imagine the awkwardness when you're like, oh, my God. I would get a video camera out and tape the hell out of that.
The rant at Foothill High School Friday morning did not last long, but witnesses told 8 News Now that the substitute teacher identified as McDonald Bentley, what a nice name, stood up on a planter and then on a bench telling them to get out of Las Vegas while they could and go to New York to see the quality of life.
What? That's like saying leave Cuba and go to Mexico. They're both awful places.
That's a good comparison.
Like, think about it. I think I'd rather have my kids in Las Vegas than New York. Unless you're in a great New York suburb.
Oh, yeah,
New
unless
York,
you're in upstate New York or something.
Or you're a great suburb of NYC. Because NYC is too crowded, it's too expensive, and people are crazy and obsessive over there. Vegas, besides the whole whores walking around, besides the gambling and the axe and thunder from down under, Vegas isn't a bad town. The suburbs are nice. It's cheaper out there. I would rather have my family grow up in Las Vegas than in New York. And plus, the plus with Las Vegas is our guy who made the drop for our show, Chet Buchanan from 98.5 KLUC. Mm-hmm. He's in Las Vegas, so you can listen to him too. There's your little shout out. Thanks, man.
Witnesses also said he threw a carton of orange juice onto the ground.
Who has cartons anymore? It's usually in bottles. I feel like that's something they quit doing in 02. Because when we were like in elementary school, now we didn't go to school together, but did you have cartons?
Yeah, I think so.
Because my high
Those
school...
cartons of milk and stuff.
Yeah, or like orange juice too. Because my high school quit having cartons and it was in like little like plastic cups. That's what it was in.
Yeah. Bentley was eventually pinned down by other teachers and taken to the hospital. The school was not in lockdown, but there were some tense moments. Some kids were afraid, others laughed, and some clapped. And here's a quote from a student.
I bet the ones who are clapping are the ones who are high, and they're just like,
Yay!
How am I supposed to react without getting in trouble? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to get called out for being high on coke.
All right. I was confused and I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what if he had a weapon? What if he started getting physical? And what if he got violent? Freshman Jacqueline
That's a great point.
Viramontes said.
You don't know what's going to happen because I've never seen a teacher rant. Now, I did take this one math class, Ryan. I was atrocious at math. I'm an imbecile. I'm not very smart. That's why I'm going into radio. But I was in, like, prep math, and I was in a class with all the thugs from the local rundown apartments, and I'm putting rundown in parentheses because they're not that bad.
Yeah.
And my teacher would school them. He'd be like, if you can't make it in this simple math class, you won't make it in life. Shut up, Holmes. You don't know me. And all those kids dropped off, so my math teacher was right. So that's the closest I've seen to ranting, but I've never seen it where it's just like shock jockery.
Right.
Edgy comedian just going off. Like, can you imagine that if that happened in your class?
Yeah, that would be really scary. Well, not so much scary. I'd be like, what's going on here? I'd probably, like, leave.
Just like you always do.
Yeah, I mean, in typical Ryan fashion, I would go up from my seat and I'd just walk out.
Without addressing anybody.
Yeah, I'd just walk out. Students say Bentley is usually laid back in class. Clark County School District Police would only say that it was a medical episode.
Medical, he was off his pills.
Medical.
I guess the local drug shop was a day late on his refills, so it's the one day he goes to school raw without his like bipolar medicine.
I like how they call it episode too.
That's what
it's
it's called.
Episode. I know it's just
22 minutes of madness.
Yeah. The district says substitute teachers go through the same background check as any employee. Superintendent Pat Skorkowski says an investigation on the outburst is underway.
But even background checks don't work that much because it's the guys who are clean are the ones they got to watch out for. Like when there's these pedophile teachers, they go, well, they had no criminal background, yet they worked in Boy Scouts, they worked at the local church, they worked at the local Kittyland.
They were your scoutmaster and then became a teacher.
Yeah, like I want to see this guy's resume and see where he worked. Like, if it was like jobs where you can like speak your mind, like just something's not right here. There's no way it just exploded without something coming. It wasn't like there wasn't a precursor or a preview. Like
Right.
There's no way they didn't know that this was his personality. Like I bet in the break room he's like, "Hey, Miss Kate, you look pretty good."
Right.
I always wonder what goes on in conversations when teachers go to bars or teachers go to snack breaks. Like, are they just trashing us? Because when we go out for lunch, we say how much we hate our math teacher. Then we go to that math class and we act sort of nice to their face.
Sometimes, at least at my school, when I was able to leave for lunch, sometimes you'd see teachers at the places you're at and accidentally be talking about them and they'd be right by you.
I've done that before. I've done that in class.
I haven't done it to the teacher, but I've done it while other teachers are around.
Oh, yeah.
Like inadvertently, and I'm like, oh, wait, there's more teachers.
And
then I just quickly change the subject to something else. No one really cares. You know, whatever.
Coming up, the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
What is coming up?
We are going to give you the 15 most thrilling theme park attractions of the world. I just found this one because I love theme parks, and theme park season is underway.
I do get dizzy from them. That's the problem.
Yeah. See, I'm usually okay while I do them, and I love roller coasters and everything. And we're going to give you the 15 most thrilling theme park attractions in the world.
In the world. What are you, from Germany or something?
In the world. I am part German, yes.
Oh, geez. Call the show, 847.
Run away.
866 WNUR. Say it in a German accent.
847-866-9687. 847-866-WNUVA.
Okay.
No, kidding.
We will be right back on the
Hoppe and SuperRICH show.
Hang on.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.